Good afternoon, everybody. It's Agnostic Haywood here. That's my screen name. Reading portions of Genesis. This is my fourth video. I do remember some of these stories from when I was a kid, but this is the first time I've actually read any of them, and what would give or take a few years, 25 years. So in any event, but I do remember some of these stories just being, frankly, a little out there. So I'm reading it through a skeptic's eyes, whereas maybe as a kid I would not have been skeptic. All right. Adam lay with his wife Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. Okay, they had a boy. She said, with the help of the Lord, I brought forth a man. Later, she gave birth to his brother Abel. So we got Cain and Abel. Many of you aren't familiar, it's an old story. I don't remember all the intimate details, but it is a story of two brothers. With supposedly sons of Adam and Eve, which you recall were just sort of came out of nowhere, I guess. Now, Abel kept flocks and Cain worked the soil. So we got a farmer and a shepherd, I don't know. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord. Abel brought fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. Okay. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. All right, so that's just weird. I'm going to be quite frank. The likelihood of something like this being true is zero. All right, this is 0% true. There's no way it can be true. All right, just starting to get a little bit odd. Just weird. Then the Lord said to Cain, why are you so angry? Why is your face downcast? Okay, so why would the Lord have to ask if he already knew the answers? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it. I don't know if sin has been mentioned before. Maybe it has. The word itself, original sin, yada, yada. Maybe it has. I don't really worry too much about it, but sin is a construction of religion usually. Good and evil, people can kind of say what's good or evil. Sin is a construction of religion. That's the only time I've ever heard it mentioned that way. All right, so whatever. All right, so maybe it is that like a moral lesson, kind of like a situation where the master knows the answer and they're coaxing somebody to teach them. But then again, somebody would say, well, if it were an omnipotent God, why would he create something that makes mistakes? Is there free will, etc., etc.? All right, desires to have you, but you must master it. Okay, well, not in the context of religion, but I can think of a lot of things that, don't we all have our things that we try to constantly fight against, whether it's staying in shape, keeping our house chores going, little things like that, or bigger things, always trying to push back against those that are trying to go against us. All right, so yeah, I can see, even if it's not sin, there's always something at your door, right? But you got to be wary. Now Cain said to Abel, let's go out to the field. While they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Well, that got bad. All right, I don't know if I remember the details of that. I was going to say one was good, one was bad, but holy moly. The Lord said to Cain, where's your brother? It seems like you wouldn't have to ask. I don't know, he replied. Am I my brother's keeper? What does the Lord look like? I mean, what are we talking here? The Lord said, what have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Oh, okay, so God has voices speaking to him, I guess. Her, it. And they, them. Now you are under a curse, driven from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You'll be restless, wander on earth. Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is more than I can bear. So he killed his brother. And his punishment is basically to be a hobo, a vagabond, a wanderer, a gypsy, a nomad. All right? Traveling troubadour. I don't know, it doesn't sound like punishment to me. It sounds like a hippie thing. But the Lord said to him, not so. If anyone kills Cain, he will suffer vengeance 7 times over. Then the Lord put a mark on Cain so that no one who found him would kill him. Man, this is just weird. And where's he going? And how did Cain get a wife? I thought Adam and Eve were the first two. Where the heck all these other people come from? All right, I'm just confused by this. I'm confused by this development. I don't know what this development is, but it's confusing me. It's really confusing me here. Mind you, I said I haven't read this in a long time, so you're seeing it through fresh eyes, just like, what? All right, whatever. So we got some random people. Cain lived with his wife, became pregnant, gave birth to Enoch. Cain was in building a city and named it after his son. All right, to Enoch was born Arad. Arad was the father of Mujadid, father blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I don't, we're just going right down the road of, these just, where does this come from? I don't know. It's not written down anywhere except in a book. And that wasn't written down until all the storytelling was over. It was like playing telephone with thousands of people for thousands of years. Lamech married two women. Sweet. One named Ada, the other is Zillah. I say sweet. I wouldn't want to be married to two people. All right. Ada gave birth to Jabal. He's the father of those who live in tents and raise livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. Zillah also had a son. I don't know. Forget Tubal, Cain, who forged all kinds of tools out of bronze and iron. Okay, cool. So he's like a craftsman. I can always appreciate people that can make tools and stuff. I find it very cool. All right, it's pretty neat. All right, listen to me. Hear my words. I've killed a man for wounding me, and a man for injuring me. If Cain is avenged 7 times. All right, so I don't know. I don't even know what's going on here. At this point, I'm just kind of wondering if I'll. I don't even know. This is just. It's just weird. It's just really weird. I can't take this very seriously. At least this part. It's just, you've just so many inconsistencies. And if it were maybe a science fiction tale, or I don't know where he got his wives. Apparently he's going to avenge somebody 27 times or 77 times. Oh, okay. I don't know the multiplier effect of avenging people. So Lamech killed somebody? Who is Lamech anyway? My goodness. Okay, so that's a great something of Cain. All right, Adam lay with his wife again, and she gave birth to a son. All right. Hold on. Is this chronological? Because if this is chronological, oops. If this is chronological, I'm thinking, 16 years at least between generations, right? 16 people had kids young. 16, that'd be, so Cain. All right, so he had kids. So when he had kids at 16, 32, 48, 64, plus another 32. Was that 96? There is no way that can be chronological, right? So Adam's like what? At that point, how old would he be? At minimum 96 plus if he was 16 when he had his first. In any event, I guess they're saying Adam is still packing heat and living to be 100. Oh my gosh. God has granted me another child in place of Abel since Cain had killed him. Maybe it's not chronological. Seth had a son named him Enosh. At that time, men began to call on the name of the Lord. Okay. That's enough for me. Needless to say, I don't even know what to make of a lot of that. Like, I'm trying to think of some. It's just a story. Goes kind of out there. If there's anything good, being objective. I mean, I like this, and I don't like it in the context of sin. I like it in the context of we all have our inner beasts, our some people would say demons, but I don't think of demons that way. We have our inner thoughts, and we have our desires, and we have things that we have to fight to master, right? If you've got a shoulder that is hurting, you have to exercise to get it better, go to therapy. If you have mental issues, you have to go get help for those. If you're trying to lose weight, you got to fight that, but you have to be a master of your existence, right? So not in the context of sin, though, unless you look at things that way, I guess. All right, this is Agnostic Haywood signing out for today. Please like, subscribe, comment. Have a good afternoon.